Hi everyone, welcome to a new video. Today we'll be looking at the Call of Duty Vanguard Alpha, which is basically like a demo, but you get to play this mode called Champion Hill. So you start off and you have to pick a gun or a kill streak or something like that, but you don't get a lot of money. And the way to earn money is to kill people in the mode. So it's a 2v2 mode, so you and another teammate, and you've got to take on 8 teams of 2. And you get a certain amount of lives, so 12 lives between you, where you have to survive. And you can do little things like pick things up in the middle to like get an extra life. There's that shiny thing at the start if you just missed that. It's in the video again. And yeah, you just got to clear the enemy team. I thought this mode was interesting. I thought it was a good idea to integrate like some sort of reward system where you get an option of what to buy and stuff like that. I appreciated that. The problem with a mode like this is because you have a certain amount of lives, you get people camping when it comes to not having a lot of lives left, which is a massive downside to this game mode. Like everyone's playing really cautiously, and you'll even notice me just like kind of camping a bit, slowing down because you know that you'll just die and your lives will be taken. But you can upgrade weapons. You just saw that then. If you hold right as you earn currency to different levels of the gun to make it a bit better. So that was pretty cool as well. But yeah, just going back to this actual game, I was a bit cautious of going back to the World War II era because it's been done so many times. But they've added new things like, look, there's a little feature here where you can knock out cover and kill people that are camping. The movement feels good. I do like that. It feels quite fluid. Yeah, the graphics are quite good. I mean, PS5 they're pretty optimized as well. I've seen some PS4 ones, and they're not as good. So the PS5 really comes into its own here. But yeah, I've liked it so far. I'd say the positives are the guns. I like this gun, the STG. I think it's 44. This is probably my favorite gun because it has the shooting capacity of an SMG, but the length of an assault rifle. So you kind of get a mix of both when using this weapon. A few things I don't like. I don't know if you saw that before, but you can kind of get the indicator above someone's head through the cover and sometimes through the walls. So I don't really understand why that's been integrated into the game because you can basically see through walls and the cover does nothing. So it's just like, and there's a lot of aim assist. So your aim will be dragged to that person, and it's kind of like someone's got a weird lock on even though they can't see you. So I think they need to massively tone down the aim assist and the strength when it's on cover to different places because that seems like a really just odd concept and it can be quite annoying. The sound design, I do like that. I think the footsteps are quieter than they were previously, which is good because you don't want like really loud footsteps when you're running around like and you're trying to stealthily do it. I think they needed to do that because in this game it appears that they've removed dead silence. So the perk that allows your footsteps to be completely silent is a field upgrade. So which means like you get it every like minute or whatever, and it lasts for about I don't know 30 seconds or something like that. But yeah, that's that life thing I'm talking about. So you can get an extra life, and there's usually like a rush to get that if you're going down. But yeah, the sound design feels pretty good. It's not always easy to hear people's footsteps unless they're like a couple of feet away. But I think that's a positive thing because if you do have dead silence, it's kind of like the standard perk that everyone uses, and it can get a bit boring. So I can see why they're trying to mix it up. But no, I don't know if you saw that again, but that right there was another example of you seeing the indicator on cover. So yeah, they need to just scrap that because that's a really bad idea. Another thing is, I don't think this mode was the best way to show off this game because I don't know, it's really campy, this mode. Like you just see people just sitting, like that guy, just sitting back behind cover and trying to clip you from their head. So, whereas I'm more like I do play back sometimes if I've got like an LMG, but I'm the type of person that likes to run around, get kills. But this game mode seems to reward you staying alive, rather than actually getting kills. Why didn't they do it like if you get like 5 kills in a row, you get an extra life? There needs to be something which promotes you being active. If you reward people for doing nothing, that's not a I just don't get the thinking behind it. But the beta is going to be released, I think, next week, from Friday to Sunday. So that'll be interesting. We'll actually have a good chance to see the game and the perks that are going to be used. I've seen the list of some of the perks. They seem to be quite similar to some of the other games, which is a bit disheartening, because they've just kind of changed the names of things. And I understand, because they have done a good job with perks, and Call of Duty was one of the biggest things for that, like getting the perks right, that other games are probably going to try and copy. So that's like, but you'd want something to be a bit more inventive, like Black Ops 4, like each character would have a specialist ability, or they would get something that's unique to them. So maybe I would have liked a bit more variety in that sense, rather than just going back to the standard, here's your perks, here's your equipment. Would have liked a bit more imagination, really. Also, when you get shot in this game, it's pretty ridiculous. Like, your whole screen pretty much goes black and red, and you can't see anything. And I understand they want to try and integrate realism into it of getting shot, but like, if I wanted to actually get shot, I'd go to war. So you need to understand that these aren't simulators. Like, this isn't a war simulator. It's a game. Call of Duty's always been built on an arcade shooter. Pick up and play it. Just start doing well. But when realism gets involved, it's just like, no, you need to push back a bit on that. Now the thing is, I think the destructible cover is okay. It is interesting to create new lines of sight. And it kind of adds a bit more variety, so I'm happy they added that. But I'd say the downside of that is it's just a bit odd. Like, you can run through it if you want to, or it takes like 5 hits of like a melee, which is like, what? So maybe they just need to change how it interacts when you shoot it and how you run through it, because it seems a bit odd that you could run through it and it completely disappears, and it takes ages to just beat down. But overall, I'm happy with what I see, but I'm also a bit cautious, because I think there's stuff in this game which could make it quite odd, or just make it not great to play. A bit wary about the footstep thing, and dead silence. Like, if they do change the sounds of the footsteps when the final game is out, and you have to keep crouching to move around to make your footsteps quiet, I think that's going to be a massive detriment to how this game plays, because I just want something where you can move around and shoot. I do like the World War II setting. It is nice to go back to that, but I think they need to add a bit more colour in these maps. I mean, yeah, just make it a bit brighter. But overall, I'm liking the look of it, and hopefully it turns out okay. But who knows with Call of Duty? But yeah, we actually won this game, so we won Champion Hill. Me and this guy. Shout out to Rossi, was my teammate. I don't even know him, but thanks for watching. Hope you have a good day. Bye.